Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, students. Hope you all are doing well and taking your video lessons regularly. This is your English text class. Student, in the previous class, we solved exercise number 1 and 2 of unit 2 in the book. And I assigned you the homework to complete all these exercises. As we have completed exercise 1 in the class, and exercise 2, the meanings were given, and you will have to find out the word in the poem. Okay, hopefully you have done it. This is stanza number 2. The meanings taken from stanza number 3. You can see it, and it is stanza number 4. Okay, now for today, what I decided we will solve exercise 3. And what is exercise 3? It is read the text and write the answers to the following questions in your notebook. Student, there are 5 questions are there, and you will have to write the answers of these 5 questions in your notebook. First, we will discuss these questions along with its answer in the class, and then after doing words meaning and synonym antonyms, you will copy down this exercise in your notebook. Question number 1. Which 2 mountain ranges are mentioned in stanza 1? Student, in this question you will have to name the 2 mountain ranges that are discussed, that are mentioned in stanza number 1. Open page number 21 and you have stanza 1, and you can find out the answer here. In the second line of stanza number 1, there one range is the poet has mentioned here, it is Karakoram, and other mountain range is Hindu Kush, as I told you. So for your convenience, I am writing the answer here. There are 2 ranges. So what are the 2 ranges here? Mountain ranges, that is Karakoram, and Hindu Kush mountain ranges that are discussed. You will complete the answer. I have written only for your convenience the main answer, that is Karakoram and Hindu Kush. How can you complete this answer? Karakoram and Hindu Kush are 2 mountain ranges discussed in stanza number 1. Now come to question number 2, that is name the desert mentioned in the poem. Okay, आपको desert का नाम बताना है जो mention किया गया है poem में. So again come to page number 21 where the name of the desert is mentioned. It is mentioned in the second stanza of the first line of second stanza. The sands of the Haran desert brown. So what is the name of the desert? It is in Balochistan, as I told you. Balochistan is a vast barren, is one of the province of Pakistan, and it is a vast barren land. So the one of the desert in Balochistan is Haran. So what will be your answer? Will be your answer? Yes, Haran desert is the name of the desert which is mentioned in the poem. So what will be the answer of this question? Haran desert. Okay, this will be your answer. You will have to give the answer in a complete sentence. Now come to the next question, that is question number 3. Which ancient site is mentioned in the poem? आपको ये बताना है कौन सी oldest site जो है, कौन सी oldest city के बारे में यहाँ पर poem में discuss किया है, and where the poet has discussed about the oldest site in Pakistan, oldest site of Pakistan. So come to the poem again and in the last stanza here you can see it in the second line of stanza number 4, far from Mohenjo-daro. So as I told you, what is the meaning of Mohenjo-daro? Mohenjo-daro means mound of dead, yani murdon ka tila. So this is the ancient site of Pakistan. So you will have to give the answer in a full sentence. The ancient site mentioned in the poem is Mohenjo-daro. So for your convenience I am writing it on the board. So Mohenjo-daro is one of the oldest site in Pakistan. Come to question number 4. How many qualities of the people of Pakistan are mentioned in the poem? List them. Okay, आपको हर stanza में the poet tells about the quality of each the dwellers of each province. हर province के dwellers के बारे, inhabitants के बारे में qualities बताई थी. As you can see in the first stanza कि how are the people of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, they are warm and brave. Okay, in the second stanza, the people of Balochistan, they are fearless, and the people of Punjab, they are simple and hardworking, and the people of Indus Valley, they are sincere and resourceful. So these are some of the qualities that are mentioned in the poem. How are the people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa? They are warm and brave. It is good to write your answer in points. And then in the second stanza, they are telling about the people of Balochistan, the dwellers of Balochistan. How are they? They are fearless. The quality, the adjective the poet has used for the people of Balochistan is fearless. And in the third stanza, the poet is telling about the people of Punjab. Punjab means, as I told you, land of 5 rivers. They are very simple. And you can also add an adjective here because they work all the year round, so they are very hard working. In the last, the poet is telling about the dwellers of Indus Valley, River Indus, and they are sincere and resourceful. They are simple and resourceful. Okay, in this way you will complete your answer. You will have to write your answer in points. As you can start your answer. Following are the qualities of the people of Pakistan mentioned in the poem. The people, first point में आप क्या लिखेंगे? The people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa are warm and brave. The people of Balochistan are fearless. The dwellers of the Punjab are simple and hardworking, and the inhabitants of Sindh are sincere and resourceful. Okay, this is how you will. This is the way to write your answer. Okay, now we have a last question. Very easy. Which prayer is repeated in each stanza? It is very clear. It is very obvious that कि आपको पता है कौन सी prayer जो है the poet बार-बार repeat किए in the last line. It is the part. It is the last line of every stanza. As you can see, open page number 21. Have a look on first stanza. Oh my Lord, keep them all safe and sound. I told you the meaning of safe and sound. What is the meaning of safe and sound? Means in good condition. And you can see the same line in the second stanza, third, and as well as in fourth stanza. So this is the repeated line. This is the repeated prayer in each stanza is Oh my Lord, keep them all safe and sound. And इसके साथ साथ मुझे आपको ये बात भी बतानी है कि when something is repeated, a phrase or a line which is repeated at intervals in a poem, especially at the end of the poem or at the end of each stanza, तो ऐसी word को, ऐसी line को, ऐसे phrase को क्या कहते हैं? Refrain कहते हैं. I will write the term on the board. Okay, as I told you, refrain is a phrase or words recurring at intervals in a poem, especially at the end of each stanza. What does it mean? ये जो रिफ्रेन होता है या तो कोई फ्रेज होता है या कोई वो वर्ड्स होती है जो आखिर में जो है वो रिफ्रेन जो है वो एक फ्रेज़ होता है या फिर वो एक लाइन होती है जो कुछ इंटरवल के बाद पोम में रिपीट हो रही होती है, स्पेशली एट द एंड ऑफ ईच स्टैंजा, ज़्यादातर स्टैंजा के आखिरी लाइन में उसको रिपीट होती है. सो दिस इट हैज़ अ स्पेशल टर्म, देयर इज़ अ टर्म दैट इज़ फॉर रिपीटेशन. तो के लिए हमारे पास एक टर्म है जिसको पोम में क्या कहते हैं, रिफ्रेन कहते हैं. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ what is the line that is repeated in every stanza? It is, "O my Lord, keep them all safe and sound." Okay students, alhamdulillah, we have completed the 5 questions we have discussed in detail, and this you will do this work in your notebook after doing verse meaning, synonym antonyms, and verse meaning and synonym antonyms in your notebook. Okay students, now come to exercise number 4. It is on page number 25. The poet has described the main features of different provinces in each stanza. Follow the example of stanza number 1 and complete the following table in your notebook, or once province is covered in each of other stanza. Okay, first we have a stanza number 1 in which the poet has discussed which province, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Gilgit Baltistan, and what are the two main features of this province. It is there are snow covered mountains and beautiful scenes, and how are the people of this region, how are the dwellers of this region, they are warm and brave. In this way you will have to solve this exercise in your book, first in your book, and then you will copy down after verse meaning and synonym antonyms, you will copy down in your notebook. Okay, for example, we have a second province which is discussed in second stanza. It is Balochistan. I am writing here, and the province is Balochistan. And what are the two main features? There is desert, and you can find precious stones in mountains. Okay, and how are the people of Balochistan? They are fearless. Okay, in this way you will solve the remaining two. In the third, you will have to discuss about the province of Punjab, and the last stanza, in the last column, you will have to tell about the province of Sindh. Okay students, what is your homework? Do exercise number 4. That is on page number 25 in your book. आपको ये जो exercise number 4 है, जो अभी मैंने आपके साथ डिस्कस की है, आपको जो है वो ये बुक में सॉल्व करनी है. अभी आपको इसको नोटबुक में कॉपी डाउन मत कीजिएगा. डू इट इन योर बुक. एंड एक्सरसाइज नंबर 3 जो मैंने आपसे पहले डिस्कस की है, विच आई डिस्कस बिफोर, इट काइंडली नोट डाउन द आंसर्स ऑफ ऑल द डिस्कस क्वेश्चन in your rough notebook or rough copy, so you can do it later. Okay, this is for today. Inshallah Taala, we will meet you in the next class. Stay home, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.